Okay, I'm back. I got my little windbreaker here. Um, Gets a little chilly sometimes when I'm teaching in front of the fan here. My fan. So, again, we have horizontal motion on one string, usually interlocked. So if you're playing something, playing along to something, you're going to do something like. Now I did a modal interlock there too, and so that brings us to the subject of modal string shapes. So there's cage string shapes. Okay, so they're interlocked. The C string shape's interlocked to the A string shape by the G. The A string shape's interlocked to the G string shape by the 6, which is the A. Okay, or if you skip a letter in the word cage, you're not interlocking them anymore. They're scalular, so it'd be C going not to A but to G. C is 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can get both. So C would be 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then going a fifth over, the fifth of C is G, will go to 6, 7 root. See how it counts? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. Not interlocked. So it'd be 3, 4, 5 to the right, 6, 7 root. Okay, and then skip. The C goes to the G, skip the E to the D string shape, 2, 3, 4. Alright, same thing backwards going down, except it's going to be the 4th. So if we're on, let's say, the G string shape, 6, 7 root, we're going to go backwards now using caged as a pentatonic scale, D, E, G, A, C, because the word cage is a backwards pentatonic scale, C, A, G, E, D. So when we're going to the left, interlock's easy. D goes to E, goes to G, goes to A, goes to C. Let's look at that. D shares the 2 in the E string shape. Now E shares 2 notes, the root and the 7, with the G string shape. Now notice we're going E to G. We're going backwards now, but it's actually going up a pentatonic scale. E to G. See, this whole thing is going this way, that way, the other way all the time. But it's either one or the other. Okay? It's either one or the other. You know, so sometimes you might get it wrong. But if you practice, you know when you're going down in string shapes, you're going in 4th. String shape 4th. If you don't want interlock, you want to play scalar. If you want to lock them, interlock them, you're going a pentatonic scale going down in string shapes. So here's A, 5, 6, 6, 5. Then in pentatonic, A would go to C, 5, 4, 3. Pentatonic C would go to what? D, 4, 3, 2. But they share, the interlock is now between the D and the C. The interlock is a 2-note, buddy interlock there. Sounds like Jaws. So here is the same thing happens between the G string shape and the E string shape. E goes to G, pentatonic scale. C, D, E goes to G. Here's E, here's G, here's E minor, here's G7. Okay, pentatonic scale. That's going that way. Going down the strings is in 4ths. Okay, so there'd be no interlock there. You're just kind of going up and down the scale, and that's, so if you get stuck and you say you're on an A string shape, 5th of A is E. So here's your E string shape, 7 root 2. what you want to do is go down another string. You're going to go to the fourth of A. It's the D string shape. But you got to kind of do it backwards. Fourth of the D string shape is the G string shape. Because if I play a C shape there, it's a G string. It's just G, C shape. C shape G. So that's the gist of that, of the caged pattern build. Okay, so these are the short cage string shapes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2. As we're ascending up the scale, we're going in fifths. Fifth of C is G, fifth of G is D, fifth of D is A, fifth of A is E, but the fifth of the E string shape is the C string shape, not B, because it's cage system, not B, A, G, E, D, or something like that. And similarly, going in fourths, we're going backwards. The fourth of the C is the E shape, not the F shape, because it's not the C, F, G, E, D system, right? It's just in shapes, and it does work out. We're not making this up. So E goes to fourth of E is A, fourth of A is D, fourth of D is E, the fourth of D is G, fourth of G is C. Now let's introduce the long modal string shapes. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. The wonderful thing about the long modal string shapes is now we have a string shape for every member of this major scale. So we have our Ionian scale, which is your basic. You can do it in the key of E. It's your basic major scale. So our root string shape is going to be the RE string shape is root 2, 3. Okay? Now, if we want to link them modally, we can go to the 4, 5, 6 after that. It's just the 4, the 5, and the 6. 3 whole steps. Then we go to 7 root 2. We're going to do our little S4E. 7 root 2. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. But instead of going up to the short 5, 6, we're going to go to the long 5, 6. The long 5, 6. So from 7 root 2, we're doing 7 root 2. And then we go 3, 4, 5 C string shape. Then we go 6, 7 root G string shape. Then we go 2, 3, 4 D string shape. But now at the A string shape, we're going to go 5, 6, 7. Not just 5, 6. 5, 6, 7. That gives us our modal pattern build, and I've extended it so it can go, go in a circle like that. Now just remember the circle that we had for the cage. This is the cage circle, but with the modal circle, when we get to the A, we do this AA thing, and I don't want to complicate it, but it's as simple as this if you look at this. And I've extended this pattern build to just repeat itself. I could even play it. It would go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6. We're here. Let's say we bring that 4, 5, 6 down here. Then we just continue 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're right here. You see, you can just continue it. I'm just putting it there because we want to grab 6 strings. We want to have ease. We can use this as a template anywhere we want to look. Okay, and what it is with the long string shapes here, we're going to extend the 5, the 6, and the 7. Now we have 7 string shapes. Okay, so if we look over here at the string shapes, the 5 and the 6 and the 7, like that, not counting this one, we'll have 7 string shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we